Hello everyone. Welcome to another video. This is going to be kind of a little update, chat with me. What have I been up to? Some story time and a little bit of a haul as well. Get something to eat, get cozy, grab a drink because we are going to get into today's little updates. Have some iced water in my Starbucks slime cup, and look at these cute little toppers, you guys, from Michael's, and I just thought they were the cutest thing. That's going to be my little spooky drink for today. So this is going to be kind of a long video. I'm going to see how this goes. We're going to do kind of the updates and story time first, and then depending on how long the video gets, I may do a two-part video, but we're also going to do a haul. We're going to talk a little bit of Halloween as well. In a nutshell, updates on how I've been doing. Today is actually my weigh-in day and my shot day and all of that. I did drop half a pound, so 5 ounces? Half a pound. All week I was weighing in at pretty much like the same weight all week. Today on weigh-in day, my weight went up like 1.5 pounds, but I also noticed I've been retaining some water. I woke up this morning retaining water and I feel really bloated. I also started a new antibiotic, so I'm thinking that's kind of affecting the body a little bit. But because I did a whole like 7 days of weighing myself every morning and the weight was literally the same up until today, I did the average of that and I'm going based off of that number. So in my eyes, we lost 0.5 pound. I have been going through it, you guys. I've been going through it for the last month. I'm not going to go into full-blown detail, but I will just say, I think I mentioned it in one of my other videos too. I will just say I've been struggling with the UTI situation, and it's just been like a case of like, one antibiotic didn't work, the other antibiotic worked, but then it triggered another infection, so then I had to get a whole other medicine for that infection, and then my period started, and then everything inflamed all over again. It has been a roller coaster of health stuff. I think I've been in urgent care 5 times, like 5 times within like the span of a month. I was just in urgent care yesterday. My husband took me because my symptoms got so bad, and I've been waiting on the callback from tests that were done from my doctor, and I couldn't wait anymore. I was so uncomfortable, so he took me to urgent care and they did a new set of urine tests and all that, and then of course the test came back positive for another UTI. So they finally prescribed me the antibiotics and I started it yesterday. Today's my 2nd day on it, and I'm still feeling the symptoms, but if I'm gonna be honest, like I feel the symptoms, but they are a little bit less, significantly less than what I was feeling yesterday and the day before. So I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that this is finally going to solve the issue. And yeah, and then because all of this chaos has been going and I'm like overdue for a PAP, I have a PAP appointment with a doctor up here that is like a whole new OBGYN. But unfortunately, because I'm having all these issues, the appointment that I have from this new OBGYN, it's gonna land on my period week. So I'm like, can't do that, right? You can't be on your period when you're doing a PAP. So I called my original doctor office, which is near my mom's house, and I have to drive the hour to go there, but they have all of the history and all that stuff. That's the doctor that I'm seeing that has helped me with my GLP-1 situation. So I called them up, made the appointment. They got me in for next week, and we're just going to do a PAP there. They're going to do labs and all that stuff because I just want to know, am I okay, you know? So by the time I go to that doctor for that PAP appointment, the UTI antibiotics will be done, and so she can run a test, we can do a urine test, do labs, all the stuff, and just make sure I'm clean and clear. Because if it's not, I just worry that something else is wrong with me. So I don't want to like freak myself out, but that's just kind of been on my mind. And of course, when you're not feeling well, you want to make sure everything is clear. So at least I know if this antibiotic that I'm on for the next week, if it doesn't work, at least I know I have a main doctor appointment coming up and I'll be okay. So there's that. As far as like the rest of my health goes, I'm healthy, I'm good, I'm happy, blah, 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 blah. Like everything is good in the hood. We just got to get all of this stuff figured out. This is kind of like the story time part. I faced a fear. Like 2 days ago, you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what I'm about to say. But pretty much, husband and I, we went to Disneyland on Tuesday, and I faced a fear going to Disneyland. So I am one of those people where I do not do well in large crowds. I don't like Costco. I don't like busy like events and situations. Like as I've gotten older, my anxiety when it comes to heavily populated events has really just kind of taken off. Like I just don't do well in those kinds of settings. So anyways, he had the opportunity to go to Disneyland. We got tickets to go, and I told him I'm down, like let's go. I was gonna take one for the team and go. So of course our Disneyland trip, we already knew about it like a month in advance, but of course all of my UTI stuff happened, and I literally went to Disneyland with a UTI. I went to Disneyland, I wasn't on the antibiotic yet. I was on like the generic, you know, pain to relieve the discomfort. So the first half of my Disneyland visit, I was good. I've been dealing with this for a month. So I've been like so used to it. It's kind of sad. So I was comfortable. I was okay. But as the day progressed, so did the symptoms, and it got really bad to the point where I was so uncomfortable. I was almost ready to cry. I was also just exhausted from the whole day. But I made it. I made it. So I survived my Disneyland trip. So basically, we went to Disneyland and we stayed at the main park. We had the opportunity to park hop, I guess. I haven't been to Disneyland in over probably at least 10 years. We ended up staying in the main park because all of the rides or the attractions and things we wanted to see were all in the main park. He wanted to see Star Wars Land, like that was his main thing. And then of course for me, it was Haunted Mansion and Pirates. Those are the only two rides I care about. Those are the only two things that I was like, I have to do that. So we decided to just kind of stick in that area of the park. And then obviously eat and do some shopping and all of that. Took pictures. We did a lot. It was a lot of fun. The park was different. Like there was things that I didn't recognize from the last time I saw. I guess Disneyland is like celebrating 70 years. So they had like all this like 70-year stuff. But it was overall, I would say the visit was fun. It sucks that it was in the summer, in my opinion, because I would have preferred obviously like a fall visit or whatnot, but the tickets were really, really strict with when we were available to go. So it was in the summer, and obviously kids and everybody's off school and that and this and that. So the park was packed, but I don't know the difference between like really, really packed or not. I'm not sure. But for me, it was packed. We went in the later afternoon, and so we probably got to the park at about 4 o'clock. We wanted to do the later afternoon all the way up to midnight when the park closed because we just didn't want to deal with the sun. And I'm actually happy that we did that because I know if I would have gone early in the morning, I would have been tapped out probably half day. So we did the late tour. We went on a few rides. So we did go on, the first ride we went on was the Pirates of the Caribbean. That was so much fun. The smell of that ride brought back so much nostalgia. I tried my best I took some video clips, some pictures, but I mainly was like enjoying the ride for myself. to us? Oh, they're gonna shoot us?
You white flag, you scurvy scum. Bring me Captain's battle, or I'll be sending you to things. We will never surrender! Get on my side. Hold them, lads.
But it was a lot of fun. It was everything that I remembered it to be and more. The smell was just so nostalgic for me, and it just put a smile to my face.
Drink up me, Hardy Joe-ho. Vessels and scoundrels, villains and knaves. Drink up me, Hardy Joe-ho. The devils and black sheep are really bad eggs. Drink up me, Hardy Joe-ho. Drink up, lads. There's treasure enough for all. I shall take this paltry sum as a stipend to cover my expenses. Ventures the jewels. Drink up me, Hardy Joe-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's like food.
And after that, we grabbed a bite to eat, and then we also had Dole ice cream. Like, that was like another thing on our little list to do. So Hubs and I kind of went off to do our own thing to eat, and then we had some Dole ice cream, and it was a lot of fun. We were able to find a little table to sit and have, you know, our ice cream and just relax a little bit. We were there at the park. His brother and the kids were there, and so we were able to kind of mingle with them. And then Hubs had some of his coworker, and his coworker's wifey was there too. So, but we met up with them like later in the day. After we had the Dole ice cream, we decided to get on the Haunted Mansion ride, because the wait time for that was like 40 minutes or so. And mind you, this was like later in the afternoon or evening time, so I think a lot of the people were moving their way over to like find their spots for the parades, which we didn't really care about the parade and the fireworks and stuff. So I think that's why it worked out that we were able to get on these rides, because a lot of the people were like moving on for the rides or for the parade. So then we go over to the Haunted Mansion, and of course, like when you're waiting in line, there's so much to see in line. So I was posting it on my Instagram stories, like these cute little statues and just everything that I was like taking in, all of the details, the beautiful carriage hearse type thingy, and then going into the Haunted Mansion, that whole experience. I didn't really take much video of that, because again, I wanted to enjoy, you know, the thing for me.
Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you prematurely.
And that was a lot of fun. Thought I was gonna fall flat on my face getting onto the actual ride, because it's, you know, it's like constantly moving. But we were okay. So I was able to snap a short little video of our hitchhiker ghost. Unfortunately, I'm the worst person to take video. But I was able to get the hitchhiker ghost. So we had the little, he kind of looked like Gandalf. So that was kind of cute. And that was it was a fun little ride. After the Haunted Mansion, what did we do? I think we kind of walked around a little bit. We went into some shops. Hubs and I were trying to see if we can get like a walk-in at the Blue Bayou to have dinner, but unfortunately, you know, it was just so packed, like there was no way. But we did try, because you just never know. But we ended up going to a couple stores. We did a little bit of shopping. I did buy some goodies from one of the shops next to the Pirates and Haunted Mansion ride. So I did pick up a shirt from the Haunted Mansion. It was actually, I guess it was like one of those, you have to be like a pass holder in order to get it. Like it was specific for them. So my sister-in-law, she had the pass, so she picked it up for me. But it's a cute Haunted Mansion shirt. It's like gray and has the hitchhiker ghosts and stuff on it, and then the back looks like that. So I picked up my shirt I got it in a 2X or XXL. Hoping, like crossing my fingers that it would fit, and it fits. So it actually fits roomy. So I was happy about that. I had to pick up Zero. He's so cute. So little Zero, I figured I'm going to put him on my bookshelf. He's so cute. He reminds me of my my dad's dog, Apollo, a little weenie dog. Also picked up little Oogie Boogie because I just thought he was cute too. Like, I love plush, you guys. I'm a child. So I figured I could put Oogie Boogie in my little pile of stuff. And I think I mentioned in another video, I've been wanting more green, like pops of green to go in my room. So he's gonna go in really perfectly. So I got a magnet when we were in Star Wars land. We got a magnet. I got a cup. Just like one of like a basic little, you know, like a little plastic cup with Star Wars. And what else did we get? Hubs bought like one of those like Jedi cloaks. He looks so good wearing it. I'll pop in a video or whatnot here. He's like a Star Wars nerd. So he got that. What else did we buy? Oh, and then like the last, like before we left the park, I popped in one of the stores on Main Street and I bought a sweatshirt. I wanted a sweatshirt, like a crew neck sweatshirt that said Disneyland, like something just basic. So I don't have it. I didn't have it in the wash, but just a basic sweatshirt, and love that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Disneyland was a lot of fun. After we did the mansion, like I said, we ate, and then we went over to Winnie the Pooh. We did a Winnie the Pooh ride because we had the kids with us. So we did Winnie the Pooh ride, which was so cute. And that was a lot of fun. And then after that, we made our way over to Star Wars Land, and it was already dark by that time. So the fireworks were starting to go off and everything. So we went to Star Wars Land, and Star Wars Land is beautiful at night. My brother-in-law was telling us like at night everything's lit up. So that was a fun experience. We got to see everything. We walked to the stores. We went on the I don't know the name of it, Rise of the Resistance or something like that. I don't know, my hubs would know better. This is his spot. But we went on that ride, and it wasn't that bad. It was because I think by that time it was already like 10 o'clock, 9 or 9:30. I think we were like the last group to be allowed to go into the ride because they close it at 10. So the line moved. Like, it was a long line, but it constantly moved. So I want to say we got through that line within half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but it was pretty quick. The ride was really good. I loved it. It was a lot to see. There was detail everywhere. I had to snap some pictures of Hubs because this is his like favorite thing. So that was a lot of fun. And then after that ride was when I started to feel gross. Like, after that ride, I started to feel tired, but also like my UTI symptoms were getting really bad, and I was very uncomfortable. So we ended up walking a little bit, and then we ended up just heading out after that. So we only got on a couple rides. We didn't do crazy amount of rides and stuff, but we were able to do a lot of other things, and it was just a lot of fun. So definitely proud of myself for going because I faced the crowds. I faced Disneyland walking and doing all the things as a plus size person. Wasn't afraid of getting on rides and this and that. Like, just, it was really a really good experience. So I figure if I can get through a day at Disneyland also not feeling my best, I can do a lot of other things. Like, this really took away a lot of my fears for future adventures that I want to go on with Hubs. So I'm really happy about that. So that was Disneyland. That was a lot of fun. Okay, let's talk Halloween because I love Halloween. So Halloween, you guys, stuff is popping up in stores. Cracker Barrel put out their Halloween. That is like the one I have to show you guys. So Cracker Barrel, my Cracker Barrel put up Halloween last week. I don't even know what day it is. We're Thursday. I think they put up Halloween on, I think it was like Saturday night. I called the store I called the store to ask if they had it out, and the girl said yes. And so I went that evening. I think it was Saturday. I went that evening. They had the setup. I'll put a video here so you guys could see. They had their setup, but they didn't have the haunted house blow mold, which is what I wanted to see. But they had the tree. They had the large witch with the headless witch or the, I don't know. They had a witch thing going on. They had a smaller blow mold. They had a lot of their other little salt shakers and stuff, and some of their glitter globes and everything. So really cute. I ended up picking up a couple things. I have my little Cracker Barrel goodie bag here. What is it? It's Edgar Allan Poe. Picked those up because I just thought too cute to pass up. I think they were, I love the little salt and pepper shakers just for decor. So Edgar Allan Poe, love the little skeleton with the raven. So I did pick up the Dracula cat ornament. I just think it's so cute. And I'm definitely gonna have to do a spooky tree. Like, with all the ornaments, the mummy cat ornament, the cutest little thing. I love that. This is one of the jack-o'-lantern salt pepper shakers. They had the pair to this, which was a smiley, kind of like a smiling jack-o'-lantern, but I like this guy's face better, so I only got one. The keychain, it's like a ghost bedazzled keychain. So kind of reminds me of one of the pocket bag holders that Bath & Body Works did a couple years ago. Kind of looks the same to me, but this is a keychain, so I'm gonna put it on my, probably on my purse, my spooky purse. Brooch. So I figured I could put that on my sweater. So cute. I love it. He has like a little, there's a little ghosty. So love that. I did not go crazy. I trying to behave because I want to save the goods for vintage Halloween, because vintage Halloween can be pricey. It can definitely be pricey. So love that. So then that was Cracker Barrel. And then today, this morning, Hubs and I went to breakfast. We went to Cracker Barrel and I saw they had 2 Halloween setups at Cracker Barrel. So I'll pop in the footage as I'm talking to you about it. The second setup actually had the haunted house blow mold that I wanted to see. It's big and purple. It's huge, you guys. This blow mold is huge. Now I see why it was $140. It's very tall. It's like 3 feet and then wide, like it's thick. So it's a bit too big in my opinion for me, and I don't care for the purple. I get the purple will light up nicer, but I really would have liked it in like a dark gray, even like a brown or black. Like just that would have, if it would have looked like that, I probably would have picked it up. But I'm not really into the purple. I also had a cute black cat blow mold. They had some Snoopy stuff. So I was so tempted, but I had to behave. Hubs put my bag somewhere. It's not in here. But I did pick up the 2 ornaments. The wraith, the black wraith, the Cracker Barrel wraith that holds the lantern. And then I also picked up the wraith that they came out with last year, where it's a longer one and she's holding a globe. They had the little ornament size, so I picked up those 2, and that was it. And then other things for Halloween. What else did I do? We have to talk Michael's. Okay. Do you see the ghosty right here? This ghost, the tall one, and he's holding a pumpkin, which is actually like a candy bowl. So this ghost, this is a Michael's ghost. This one was on Michael's website for $140. And I was like, that's a lot for a ghost. That's a lot for this type of ghost. You could probably get these at TJ Maxx for half the price, maybe even less than half the price. But I really liked him. The one at our Michael's here local to me, he's damaged. His hand is a little messed up, but it's something that I know I could fix. because I have the clay, like that dry, the air dry clay. I figured I could just put a patch of it on his hand and the color might actually be enough to not need to paint it. So I'm thinking of repairing the hand and it'll be no big deal. I was afraid to ask for a store discount for him because I was afraid they wouldn't let me do the 30% off coupon because he wasn't regular price. So I didn't ask for a discount for him being damaged. But what I did do was I used the 30% off coupon that they have on a regular price item. And I also had rewards that I was stacking up. So I had like $20 in rewards. So it was like the 30% off plus 20 bucks off. And I don't remember how much the total was, but it definitely wasn't $140. So I justified it that way. I would go pick him up and show you guys, but he's huge. He's probably 3 feet. So I love him. I have to find a decent spot for him here in the room, but he's one of those things where during Halloween, I could put him out with some candy or whatnot and he'll look so cute. So there's that. That was the ghost that I picked up. I also picked up this pumpkin. It has little ghosties. My eyes were so drawn to this pumpkin. So I kept wanting, I was like, I should just get it. So I did 2 separate transactions, one for this ghost and then a separate one for this, so I could use the same 30% off coupon. So yeah, perfect. Beautiful little king. Regular price, it's $21.99. So not too bad when you use the 30% off. It's pretty decent. Like I would pay that amount for it. And it lights up, so super cute. These bags, you guys, this from Marshall's. It's like their summer bags, little dogs and sandwiches. How freaking cute is that? I love getting these recyclable bags. When I go like Halloween hunting or whatever, or like if I go grocery shopping, I just put all the shit in the bags and it's just easy. So anyways, there's that. Other Halloween, I saw Halloween I've seen it at Marshall's, at my local Marshall's here. They have a lot of summerween stuff. I'm no longer shopping for summerween things. You guys saw my last video. I have my whole little setup that's good. So I'm not shopping for summerween, but Marshall's is starting to put out regular Halloween. They started with like some dish towels and stuff, and then they've had like little ceramics and here and there, like really small sprinkled in. But Hubs and I went to, we went to At Home. Hiccups. We went to At Home yesterday, and At Home is starting to put out Halloween as well, like little bits and pieces here and there. I took some video footage to show you guys. They had like this huge skull bench, really huge, kind of cool, but not really my thing. They also had giant wraiths, which I was so tempted, the one with the rest in peace sign, but they were like $100 and something. And I was like, oh, that's a little steep for me. So, but they're really cool. They were like black wraiths. I liked them a lot. One of them, I think the eyes glowed. Hubs was showing me like the eyes glowing on a really tall skeleton wraith looking reaper thing. What else did they have? They had a bunch of skeleton things, like the skeleton animals and stuff. Some pumpkins, like a lot of little Halloween. There's some signage. There was a really cute Snoopy one that I was tempted to get. They had a couple haunted houses, but again, I told myself no. Like I was looking at it enough to want to put it in the cart. But I had to tell myself, no, you have so many haunted houses. No. But I did snag some placemats. I only got 2. I only got a set of 2 because it's just me and Hubs. And I already have jack-o'-lantern placemats from Joann's that I got last year. So the ones that I picked up 2 jack-o'-lantern placemats. They're beaded. They're really pretty. So I figured I could do like one of each, the Joann's ones and then the 2 from At Home. And that'll look really cute on my kitchen table. I like the pop of orange for that because I like to do in-your-face Halloween design decor in my kitchen. So I love that. And that was the only thing I picked up at Home. $10. Those placemats were $10. But yeah, I was so tempted to do the wraiths, but I again, like, I'm trying to behave, especially after picking this guy up. And then later in the day yesterday, I went to TJ Maxx / HomeGoods. So there's a store down there where it's both a TJ Maxx and a HomeGoods, and they had Halloween on the shelves, you guys. Like one small part of the shelf, 2 shelves with Halloween. And I could tell that people, like the locals, people didn't know that Halloween was creeping into HomeGoods yet, because the whole bottom shelf was Hello Kitty Halloween. And I know from watching people's reels and stuff, people went crazy over Hello Kitty Halloween. I personally, if I was into that, I probably would have gone crazy too. But luckily, I'm very strict with my Halloween that I like. And I'm very like old school vintage Halloween kind of style. But the temptation to buy a Hello Kitty Halloween figurine simply because I could probably resell that shit on my Mercari. But I was like, no, you don't need to turn into one of those types of people, because those types of people piss me off when I want something and I can't find it. So anyways, but there was Hello Kitty Halloween. So I was happy to be able to see it in the flesh before the craze happens. Who knows? Maybe happy Halloween. The fuck? Maybe Hello Kitty Halloween. What a tongue twister. Maybe that won't even be big this year, you know? What are the odds? But at least I saw it in the flesh. I laughed when I saw that. I was like, yeah, people don't even know that this stuff is here yet. So anyways, I did pick up a couple things from the store. And again, I'm a sucker for the recycled bags, like the reusable bags. Look at this bag. It says, I'd rather be at HomeGoods. And when I was looking at the Halloween hunting videos, they actually have a plush ghost that's holding a bag like this. If I had seen that ghost in store, I probably would have bought it because it is so freaking cute. So anyways, this is the goodies. The lady that helped me out, the cashier, she was so sweet, and she had a Irish accent, and I was just so in love just listening to her talk. But she wrapped my stuff so good. Like, I save the wrapping paper because if I sell an item from my shop, this stuff comes in handy to pack it up. So I always save all my stuff. 3 ghost statue. Hopefully you guys could see it. It's a ghost family. There was 2 of these, and I put both of them in the cart because my spooky friend, she loves ghosts as well, and I figured if she wants one, she can have one. Like, we always Venmo each other money to pay for stuff. So I figured if she wants it, she can have it, but if she doesn't want it, I don't mind having 2 of these because I like to kind of do like an even, you know, one on each side of my entertainment center. But it lights up. This is the ghost. Well, it's not the ghost, but Martha Stewart came out with the one ghost, and it had like the flowy sheet. I couldn't find it in store, you guys. Like, I was hunting for it last year. I'll probably find it this year because usually like stuff you can't find the year before, you have more luck. So I'm sure I'll find it, but this one, so cute. A family of 3. It lights up, and it was only $14.99. These things, if they get popular, resellers will push this up probably 3 or 4 times the price. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was happy to find it, and it's really, 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 really cute. It was this one. And when I saw this one on the shelf, I was so excited because this was actually one of the statues that I was looking for last year. So like I'm telling you, like, if you can't find it one year, you're probably gonna find it the next. But I love the flowiness of their sheets, and I love that they're just eyes. There's no mouth, you know? That's just, to me, it's so typical classic ghost, and they light up too. I love when it's just a yellow light. It looks so good. So very happy to find this one, and this one was only $14.99. $14.99. Love HomeGoods. So very, very, very excited about this. This one's gonna go in the office here somewhere, but obviously another little decor piece too. But yeah, so those are all the goods. Those are all the goodies that I wanted to show you guys. Love it. When it comes to vintage Halloween, the antique shops, depending on how their vendors work, I'm not expecting antique stores to have Halloween until definitely until after 4th of July, but probably not till heavily more in August. So I'm anticipating it, but I'm also trying to be patient. But yeah, I'm thinking the vintage Halloween hunting won't happen till August. But I'm excited for that. I have like quite a few stores in mind that I know I need to go visit and do all the things. So I'm planning on doing video of that because it's easier to take video. It's easier to do like a vlog style video at the antique stores because there's not a lot of people shopping versus like the big box stores, you know, because there's so many people, especially HomeGoods. Like there's so many people. So it's easier for me to pull out the camera and like take some footage and then I don't get all shy and weird. So I promise we'll do some Halloween hunting style vlogs for the antique stores. My antique store list, like my vintage Halloween wish list, I'm really hoping that I can find, there's like a candy container Halloween, like a little jack-o'-lantern looking scarecrow Halloween guy. Hoping I find him. Would love to find a vintage haunted house blow mold. That's probably like, that would be amazing if I found something like that, but I don't know. They're really rare. But I shouldn't say that it's impossible because there was some things that I thought I would never find that I did find. So there's that. I would love some die cuts because I would love to put up like Halloween die cuts on the walls. Obviously like a vintage ghost, the little figurines, always down to find something like that. Oh, and another pumpkin, another lantern, jack-o'-lantern pumpkin paper mache. Would love to find a paper mache jack-o'-lantern. So I don't know, we'll see there. And even just to look at stuff, it's just fun. It's just fun to go grab a Starbucks, walk around, get some exercise in, and just browse. So even that is just fun too. The one thing that I am still hunting for with HomeGoods is the Dracula bust. I really want the Dracula bust with the eyes that turn red. Really hoping I find him this year. But that's it. I don't really have anything else on my wish list. So yeah. But anyways, my loves, thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope to talk to you guys very, very soon. I hope to have some more goodies to show you. And until then, I'll see you on Instagram if you follow me there, or else I will see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Bye, guys.